longer shutting up. It's not very easy to understand. There was a lady who sent something from Canada. She's 18 years old, and she was abusing her parents, not her own parents, but she was abusing our generation, about how we have spoiled the whole thing. And I sent it to a group of my friends, and all they could see was Omalai Lekolele. And I said, can't you take your eyes away from that and look at what she is saying, so that you, as the adults in Nigeria, can begin to stand up and stand up? But they didn't see it. So I'm asking everybody here, just apologize, just forgive them. Forgive Wale Soyinka. He can't see it. He's already almost in his 90s.
That's
And
right.
whoever else is saying all that. But just to cut short and go, I have a feeling that there's going to be a different dynamic, and we're all out watching. And if the dynamic goes in favor of us, the obedience, you will see a different Nigeria, because you will see millions of citizens like myself going into government, local government councillor, councillor, local government chairman, taking care of our local government area, because that is where governance is. It's not at Abuja, it is here. It's in our schools, it's in our hospitals, it is on our streets, taking care of our youth. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
And you too, Ma. Thank you so much for not leaving us because of all those trouble. I can only imagine the trouble you have to get through behind there to get back. Thank you for all of that. We appreciate you, Ma. Okay. So now let's now go to I call you the Agba Awards, because it's like I'm having superstars on the screen who have a lot that you can have in the next half an hour that will make your night or evening. So how did I share it earlier? Osas Zele, sir. Is that you?
Me. Yeah.
Of course, it has to be you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
I hope you hear me, sir.
Loud and clear. All of us can hear you, please.
Oh, that's very great. I want to thank you for your humility, of course, for your dedication for your country. I've been following you, but not so long. About a month ago now, I just discovered you, and I must say I'm very grateful to what you are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to talk about a little bit because the brother that just finished just now before this lady, he was talking about what's going on in Imo State and all of that. So I am not an advocate for division of Nigeria, not at all. I love big countries. I admire United States. I admire India. I admire China. I admire France in Europe. France never let us territory go, even those that are in Africa. If you place like, near Madagascar, you have two islands there that's still under France. If you go to Caribbean, you have the Martinique. They never let it go, because that's what makes great country. Once you belong to a great country, you walk all over the world with your heads or with your chest out. That is why you cannot kidnap any American citizen right now. They will rescue that citizen immediately. But if you kidnap someone from Belgium, a Belgian citizen, or from Luxembourg, they have to consult France to help them to secure their citizen. You see, that is the disadvantage of belonging to a little country. So I'm always an advocate for a bigger country, bigger people, because the more the country is big, the more intellectuals you have, the more, as a matter of fact, the development usually you have. Okay, that's why you see Russia, want to make sure that they are regretting for selling Alaska. If it was now, because Russia didn't have good leadership, I think back then Russia have what we have today in Nigeria, where we don't have visions, we don't have leaders that have vision, that have anything that have to do for the country. So there's even Crimea was given to Ukraine by a Russian president, just as if it was just like a gift. So then Vladimir Putin see that, like, what happened to us? I mean, you can't imagine that. But that was how their leaders were. Okay, that is what we are going through now today in Nigeria. Okay, so when you have a nation like Nigeria, a lot of people, you see, our problem is not because the Hausa, Yoruba, Ejoma, I'm from minority, I'm from Edo State. It's not because we are together. That's not the problem. Indians have the same population. I mean, a lot of people are living in India. If you go to a place like Malaysia, if you go to a place like China, in France, in United States, but for that matter, you have a lot of races there. They're able to build country. They're able to live together. So I don't advocate for division of this and that, because you can see what I just said, Nimbo, right now. That have not to do with federal president, have not to do with federal government at all. They are, you see, elections are organized in Ekiti State, in those states where I come from. People kill themselves. It has nothing to do with presidential election at all. Local government election, they kill themselves. See, we have to look into this and say, okay, we have a problem. Because I remember when I would be talking when I was at home before I traveled to abroad, they would say, you be like, you be Oibo now, we not be Oibo. I said, okay. It takes the Oibo way to do things. Don't you understand that? Because when you look at Japan, when Japan started developing, Japan was imitating Germany. They started sending their citizens to study in the German university, advanced chemistry and mathematics. They come back and begin to build their country. When you see Europe now, you are in Rome or you are in Paris, you see a lot of Chinese now everywhere. So they are not going for holiday. Instead, they are going as tourists to see the development in these countries and coming back home to replicate what they have seen. But look at our president. Where our leaders, our lawmakers in Dubai with a big stomach drinking beer? They don't know about this thing. It's not in their head. It was okay. Let's see how Eiffel Tower was built. That's when you see Chinese there. When I was in Eiffel Tower the other day, I see almost the whole world assembled every day, different languages. What are they doing here? Why are they so admire this thing? It because they are the people that understand what it means to develop a nation, development. So they have to go on and replicate that. You see the Chinese, some of them are, ministers. You see them with camera, in Rome there, taking photos. These are made at old companies. These are leaders. Okay, they are not just ordinary farmers. No, we're talking about people who just, because Rome is where everything started in Europe. Exactly. Rome is where everything started in Europe. Okay. So that's where everything, the civilization of Europe today, that's where everything started. They want to see this development. It's not because they don't have that, but now they have to see what's called admiration for civilization. Okay. Once you don't have that, like many of our people, like I was trying to say right now, it is because of us. We have to look at the way we look at things, the way we behave. Because we not be born now. They're gonna be born now. I said this thing. I told Nigeria, I said it's going to quarrel with you one day. This attitude is going to quarrel with you, and that is what is happening today. Right now, you see leaders called leaders. You know what Ronald Reagan said? Ronald Reagan said that the people are government. When the people are good, the government is good.
That's right.
Okay. Our leaders are not coming from Niger. They are not coming from wherever. They are Nigerians,
just like us.
So, yeah, exactly. There was a study that was done of recent. They said that even though you remove all the whole leadership today we have today, remove all of them, or put them in prison, kill all of them, and you brought a new generation that you are going to have the same result, because the majority of the mind of the Nigerians is about money, 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 money. You see, until you understand that is not the way to go. Because for you to make money, you need to have industry. You need to have inventions. Exactly. Without that, you cannot really make money. Whether you draw, whether you go into drug, you go into 419, whatever, that is not where or you walk and want to kill yourself. You will never get rich. That is not where it is. No. Those are facade, that is someone trying to run the wrong lane. Okay. So because the Chinese didn't do it like this now, after Japanese, this is the Chinese now. Of course, the Koreans with their LG, Samsung, with their Kia Motors is taking over the world right now, because they were able to say, okay, look, what is it that we have done? I mean, we don't have. Let's have it. Then you have the Dubai people, like people from all this Middle East. Okay, we cannot invent those things. Now we have the resources. Let's have those things. Let's invite those architects, those engineers to come and do this thing, because we have the money. So, but a black man, not just only Nigeria, God gave you resources. Okay, you are not able to invent nothing. Okay, there's nothing invented in Africa. God's okay, you don't have that. I don't know why you don't have it, but you have these resources. Use it to develop yourself. You're still struggling. You're still struggling. You don't know what. I don't know. That's why I don't believe also Oyibo did this and Oyibo did this one. No. Why Oyibo is not doing it to even Egypt here?
Ourselves, Baba.
Exactly.
So
it's we that are taking money to UK. It's not UK government that's forcing Nigeria to bring money there.
I keep telling
So
people that one, no, like you see, gone are the days when the Oyinbo came to exploit us. Today they are in their country. Is that we are inviting them to come and steal from us, or we are stealing and taking it to them?
I'm
We
taking you
can't,
down there. Exactly.
we can't continue to blame.
Exactly.
See,
Exactly.
you know one thing about this platform, right? I kind of know that we have brilliant people with brilliant minds who can start conversation, a discussion that can be so elaborated, but time is always the problem. I wish I
Yeah,
could.
that is why I have a word. Sorry, I have a word that I coin. I
Right.
say that once a nation is seen as a fair nation, the people that come from that country, they are also seen as fair people, irrespective of their classes.
And that's a very fair expression.
Yeah,
Osazele,
irrespective of your class, because at the end of the day, you are not going out with your big limousine in Nigeria with your big house. You are traveling with the image of your country that has failed. So at the end of the day, you will be arrested. You will be queried at the airport and say, "Oh, Nigeria. Oh, this is a Nigerian person." They don't care whether you have Rolls Royce in Nigeria. They are judging you because your country is not working. And that's why Obasanjo, former, president of Nigeria, was disgraced at the Canadian airport. Because Obasanjo is a very rich man, he's a very wealthy man, because he's not traveling with those things, but he's traveling with the image of his country. And that is why you see, I talk about, what we call economic racism. Why you see, back in the days, the Chinese will see the Japanese, they will bow down their heads. The Korean will see the Japanese, they will bow down their heads. But then the Koreans, Samsung Electronics, they have destroyed all the televisions, or whether you have to do with Panasonic, Sony, they are no more in the market. Samsung have took over everything. So the South Korean can raise up their head when they see the Japanese. So the same thing with the Chinese before they bow down, but now they can raise up their chest because they're able to do what other people have been doing. That's what it is.
I love that.
So until we understand that, we don't go nowhere.
We are going nowhere. I like that. It will be on record that you lectured us on this tonight, and a lot of people are currently probably either nodding their head or they're just there with their mouth opened and their mind, their ears, what do you call it, running. See, Osasele, it's been a pleasure, sir, for having you.
God bless you, sir. God bless you
so much. I hope I'm lucky next time. You have a good one, sir.
God bless you.
And you too. So now we are narrowing it down. I've got no structure. The last time you were here, sir, it was like, that was introductory, where you told us about Madame. And you did leave something. Which one of them was that you were one of those who were kind of optimistic. You never believed in Nigeria, but you kind of felt optimistic at some point that you thought maybe INEC was right. But here we are again. Something is about to lure you into believing that maybe the judiciary could turn it around. So Oshun has happened. And there are also pointers now that are giving people who are almost giving up hope. They are beginning to feel kind of maybe, just maybe. So you're going to go next now, sir. And Alex, Michael, you are going to go after no structure, while Osita and I will wrap it up today because it's meant to be like a special one. I will frame this face. Now, no structure, sir. Where do you go tonight, sir? Please.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Very good. Good evening once again.
Good evening, sir.
Here in Germany, we say Guten Abend.
Oh, tell me that one. Which one is a Guten Abend?
Guten Abend is good evening.
That's good evening. Okay. Well,
yeah.
Good Abend, sir.
Good is good. Just as good is good. We can say Guten. Abend is evening. Abend.
Okay. Abend
Guten
is
Abend.
What's Abend?
Abend is evening.
Okay, Abend is evening. Abend is evening. Then Naven, what's that one? Good Naven.
Good. No, that's a slang. The people in Berlin say Guten Abend. It's just like slang. You just mix Guten and Abend together.
How you day? Okay, I'll stick to that because I come Germany. You need to guide So thank you, sir. Sir,
yes.
Over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I spoke last time about having some kind of hope. This time around, my hope is maybe reduced somehow. I will tell you the reason why. Because I had some kind of conversation with my mates back home, and I think maybe 3 to 4 people they all have the same ideology. I mean, they are giving me the same answer, saying I should stop comparing uh, Germany or let's say Europe with Nigeria. They say they have their own system and this is how they are doing it. I try to emphasize them, to explain to them, to praise, to talk to them, to tell them how they are being governed. Because I told them they are all normally in darkness. They don't know what is going on. They can't see. I mean, how many of them are watching maybe a Rise TV or whatever? So they don't know what is going on at all. But I try to lecture them, but they don't try to, they won't listen.
Just not
And
interested.
I feel somehow people you are trying to fight for, they they are not even, I don't know, Yoruba. I mean, Yoruba we say anja tori oja or something like that. I don't know how you
Aja.
can maybe help me.
Hmm.
Eh? So they are not, sometimes you just feel weak when you are fighting for people and they don't see, they feel leave us, let us live our way. We have our own system here. And
Hmm.
one thing I want to say, maybe you can remember the time of pandemic.
Yes, sir.
What happened? The whole palliative was stored in a warehouse. People were suffering, people were hungry, and they started breaking out the whole warehouse to have something to eat. For that, normally Nigeria should have. I know. I want to say one thing. Our
Yes, sir.
people are so forgetful. You know, we are in Europe here. When you do something like that to us, we will never forget it.
No
But
way.
people back home, maybe because of religion, they will say, well, let's leave it to God or whatever. And that's stupid mentality for me. That's very, very stupid. Now they came out now, a lot of people, let's say Oni or Fife, and some elders are saying election will come and go. Let us keep on moving. Why? That's not democracy for me. Because
No,
the whole case is now in the court. They should wait. They should let us have the verdict, and then they can ask us to say, okay, let us keep on moving. You understand me? Because I don't understand how we think. We call it democracy. This is not democracy. Before the election, you say, okay, if you are not satisfied, you go to court. Now we are in court. You are telling us we should give up. Well, what's that? I know for me, I can't understand that because I try to talk with my people back home. They are all saying, Tinubu will do good. This is not about Tinubu will do good. This is about justice. A lot of people have been hurt. And they try to forget that I say, okay, let's keep on moving. But that's not the way it should be. So I don't want to talk more. My hope is just half-half. I want to say one thing about the brother that went right now, talking about a one Nigeria. I mean, one Nigeria, maybe back in the days, maybe in 30 years ago, one Nigeria, someone can think about that. But right now, Nigeria is going from top to bottom.
that's
When you
right.
think about Malaysia, 60 years back, Malaysia got independence. Likewise, Nigeria. Where
Thank
are
you.
we? Where is in Malaysia today? As I've said, Nigeria is going down instead of going up. We are not producing. The only where we can talk about Nigeria is in music
Hmm.
industry. That's all. We are not
Entertainment.
producing anything. Everything is just going down, down, down. All our schools back in the day are spoiled. Nothing anymore. So I don't think, for me, maybe the best thing, as you usually say, the best thing should be normally to everybody should be on his own part. Hausa should be there, Yoruba should be there, and Igbo, because we don't understand the Hausa, for example. They have a very different mindset. Somebody was talking for some minutes ago that if the Hausa boys come out to demonstrate, they will never come out because they are brought out. They are Muslim. They are taught not to be upright
It's called
against their leaders,
system. A
so they
feudalist
won't come out at all.
Naranka did the
So the
system.
best thing should be, so everybody should be on his own side, because our leaders right now, everybody is just thinking about their own pocket.
Unfortunately.
So for me, I don't know. My hope, my hope have reduced. I would say, because
Anyway,
right
so
gradually my eyes are open.
what happened in Oshun today did not boost your
Yeah.
mood. Say, well, maybe something will still happen. Nevertheless, you still have some. You said it has reduced. Some people don't get at all anymore, sir. They don't even have any expectation. While others, theirs is still this high. Eventually, time will tell, sir. Thank you so much.
Mayegu, just give me some seconds. Mayegu, I'm
Give up.
from Oshun.
Yes, sir.
I will admit I'm from Oshun. I will not say I'm happy about the verdict right now because back in the day, 30 years ago, Oshun was different. You understand? So let me just wait and see what Adeleke is going to do. Maybe in a year or two, I can say, okay, then well, I'm happy. But for me, I'm a realistic. You know, I'm a German. I don't want. I want to see his performances. That's what I'm. But now I cannot do party.
Sir, you will rather praise what you can see and touch than what you can imagine.
That is it.
Yes,
that is it. That is it. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm with you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So now we have. Oh, did I lose Ken? I thought I had Ken earlier. Anyway, Sir Alex, you and I will be next. And yeah, you can unmute, please. Hang on. I think I may do that for you if it's going to let me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You have been
okay.
Yes,
I'm happy to join you.
Thank you.
Miagun General.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I've been following you for quite some time. I think it's more than 4 years now.
Wow.
First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Alex, and I heard so many of you are making a lot of assertions about North. I'm actually from northern Nigeria.
Oh, finally. I love this.
Yeah. So, but you see, this definition of North, when others were commenting at the comment section, I didn't actually want to join, but I had to join you to clear some misconception about the northern Nigeria. You see, some of you just use one color to paint the whole northern Nigeria. I am from Taraba State, for example. And when you talk about the Obide movement, per se, I am not actually an part of the Obide movement, but I am a lover of the Obide movement, for example. So we are one of those that are in between. In fact, if you will permit me, I will tell you we are the one holding Nigeria together. We are the one like they call us the middle belt.
Yeah, you know, I even call you. I called you. I said you are the belt. That
exactly.
If you look at Nigeria map, in the middle, you will see that these middle belters, they are like the belt holding Nigeria. If that belt losing, Nigeria is
agree with you.
I'm glad
I agree with you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what most of you guys in the South don't understand is that we in the middle belt, we are not actually aligned to the misconception the Southerners have pertaining the North. The North, they define it as those in the Muslims, but not all the Northerners are Muslims. For example, I'm a Christian, and I don't believe all those things that they are believing about. So I like good government, but in as much as I want good government, for example, if today Nigeria should maybe divide, I promise you, then the middle belt will not be part of the North. This I can tell you for free. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Yeah. So now, what I wanted to add into this your program, because I am so interested, I always follow you. In fact, I don't listen to any news anymore. I don't open to channel all this NTA or AIT. No, it's when I want to hear news about Nigeria, I turn to your station and I hear everything.
And you need to be speaking out more. Let me tell you something, Alex, right?
Yes.
You are right. And I don't know how all of you, I told people, see, I have the data. I can tell where everyone is watching me from. And what is the number of people who regularly come on my programs, right? And I do know that I have a lot of followers from northern Nigeria, seriously, especially middle belt. But guess what? There is this general misconception, I'm going to call it misconception now, okay? That I finally found Alex to come on board to show that this is not about a southern affair alone. A lot of people are watching from northern Nigeria, but the impression that they will never talk, they will never say anything, you will never see them here. You have broken that jinx tonight by showing everybody that indeed the northerners are watching. And most of the time, a lot of you kind of possibly agree with the position. So thank you for doing this. Alex, please tell us more.
So what I wanted to say, or rather, is like a advice to you particularly. I am of the school of thought that please, this your program is a very good one. And I don't look at it as just a Nigerian kind of a thing. I look at it as African thing. Right now, I'm not in Nigeria. I'm in South Africa right now.
Lovely.
So I was following you, one of your presentations. Somebody was advising you, please get in touch with Julius Malema. I don't know whether if you can remember that time. Somebody was advising you.
I still do. Yes, I do.
Yes. So I want you to expand your spectrum. Reach out to other African countries. Because for me, these boundaries of this is Nigeria, this is Cameroon, this is South Africa, this is Uganda or Kenya. Once upon a time, Africa was just one country. All these borders were created by the West, by the white, and they did it deliberate to exploit us. So for me, I will suggest, it's a suggestion anyway, I'm not saying you must like it, but if you feel it's good for you, expand your satellite to other African countries as well. Good enough, I'm here in South Africa. I can, market you very well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can be able to, link you up to many people that I know that are here, that are, and then I have other friends too from Kenya, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and all other African countries. Those places I can link you up. You understand what I'm saying? But to round up what I want to tell you, the reality is that today, as Nigeria stands, we really lack good governance, good leadership. You understand what I'm saying? And I promise you, like I said earlier, if Nigeria should divide today, say, okay, Biafra go, the West, that's the Oduduwa, they go. I promise you, the middle belt will never, let me repeat again, they will never be together with the North. Because the definition of North for us is the core Muslims. Talk about the Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, and all those places. But when you come down a bit from Taraba, Adamawa, Gombe, even some part of Bauchi, Katsina, Plateau, Benue,
some part of
even part of Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, and there, all of us will leave them alone. I promise you that. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving me that opportunity, and I will continue to follow you.
God bless you, Alex. Thank you for finding this platform worthy. You may not know what you have done tonight, sir, right? What you have done tonight is that you have actually encouraged other Middle Belters, even Northerners, to come out and join this program and say, it's a free space. You are free. It's safe to speak out your mind. Yeah, and you have just proven that, and I'm so grateful to you for doing this. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I hope I'll be lucky next time to have you. Stay safe, sir. Sure. And there you have him. Osita. One name.
Can you hear me properly?
Loud and clear. I go beat myself if I fail to hear you clearly this time. What I have is that I have two people that I'm going to bring to join us. So we're going to just manage the time. I'm going to spare, my time is so up, right? I'm going to spare like another 15, 20 minutes. We're going to share it together. And you will be part of that as the kickoff. So go on. I saw these two ladies. I can't pretend I didn't see them.
Oh,
so Eldoma, let's go to Osita, where we are. I know the guys are jealous. Somebody is laughing like, hey, look at this Mayegun. He's brought two people in. Anyway, so sorry, right? So Osita Baba, are you there?
Yeah, great, brother.
You remove your this thing, Baba. Now, one thing about this People's Parliament, it be like say most people kind of always want to take the mask off and say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna face it and say it now.
Yeah.
How you doing?
The mommy on the right, I really appreciate her because I used to see her in Dr. Damage's program. And
oh, see me. I'm
yeah,
lucky.
she's always on fire.
That's amazing.
My brother, good to have you. Good to
It's
see
good to see you, Sita. Please.
you.
Mhm.
You know, a lot have been happening, and you know, I've always want to see what people are saying before I contribute mine.
Mm.
If there's a little addition or subtraction that I need to do in my thoughts, then I can now have to make those adjustments. You know, in the case of Imo State, which one of our brothers talked about, I am sorry. No one is advocating for evil. For me, there's no big evil and there's no small evil. Or there's no small wrong, there's no big wrong. But the devilish part of it is, I told you, I became who I am today, political wise, because of Chief Gani Fayomi. That is my adopted father. I don't care what anybody says.
Mm.
You know, he said something at the time. He said, give people the basic amenities and eat the whole money. And you know, he told that to the politicians, and you know, the only thing that is the basic amenity that you give to someone is ability to stay alive, which is security. All of us in Nigeria, we became so interested about the politics in Nigeria because of they've been eating the money all the while. Don't be surprised. I've never been to this program and talk about money that they ate. But it is because they have taken life out of us. Nigeria become a state where life doesn't count. That is the problem we are facing in that country. That even our elected officials can come up and shoot somebody, and people will still clamor for him. They will hail him. Don't ever, I believe that brother is listening, compare any human being with the current governor of Imo State. Don't ever. Whereby you not only gaslight your people, you kill your people. I am from Imo State. You have the infantry to tell the people of Imo State that I asked the military to come in. You admitted it. And how can you compare Rochas? There was something that Rochas said. You know, I've always criticized Rochas on this program.
Yes.
But there was something that Rochas said. I never brought military into Imo State. I never arrested anyone who even said things about me, wrong things about me. But today, even the journalists in Imo State can't even say anything. If you say it, they will go and visit your mom. They will go and visit your mother at home.
And they are burning people's properties because they are challenging Nopo. They are burning people inside houses. They are burning the houses and burning people inside there.
So,
the message.
So anybody that thinks that he will come, hope is facing re-election. If Tinubu successfully becomes the president, there's nothing that is going to stop hope, because because the way it is, he has given everything he can give unto Tinubu. Imo State's money, government money, is part of what you are seeing that they are using to run all this merry-go-around now. It's part of Imo State money. I am not a small person in the politics in Imo State. I know a lot because I know most of the people who are occupying different government parastatals in Imo State. So what I'm trying to say is, do not compare any human being that is born of a woman with the current governor of Imo State. I am so sorry to say it. If I annoy anybody, you just have to take it the way I just said it to you.
Because you have seen it. You've seen the evil. Everyone have reported it many times.
Yes.
People have been slaughtered and killed, gone missing, body been taken terribly.
So there is a difference between the Lucifer and the one that later turned to the devil. It's two different things. The Lucifer and the one that later turned to the devil. They are two different personalities.
An angel, they call them.
So that is one. Now, I want to talk about the old generation of politicians in Nigeria. The reason, like we saw, it wasn't Daddy G or whatever that they call him. He wasn't the one that made that statement.
Right.
But he was his representative. And that representative is somebody I know that have been to Atlanta here to preach. He did the same thing in the altar of God. And that was one of the reasons I stopped going to that winners. Redeem. As at that time. That man, that particular man has always been Tinubu supporter. He said those things in the altar here in Atlanta. And he said that he was making an analogy. I was against the analogy because you cannot be standing on the pulpit of God and you said you serve God and you are using somebody who does not know God, the meaning of serving God, and you are using that person as an analogy that that person is an upright man. That Tinubu, when he wanted to travel, he was looking for somebody who he could trust, who could be a nice man. And he had faith. He was trying to talk about faith, and he had faith and trust in Isalako Barack Obama, Fashola. And he said that this is the man he has trust. That was what he said on the pulpit. And I went to the pastor because I was close to the pastor. The pastor actually gave us, when we hosted P2B in Atlanta, he gave us the place we used. And I went to the pastor and I said, how did you bring this kind of person to the altar of God? I have the effrontery to say that because if I wanted to be a pastor just like every other person is a pastor today, I should have been a pastor.
You should have been, Osita. I would have been calling you bishop right now. It would have been a different thing. I would have been a friend of the bishop. Osita, see, our time is rounding up.
So let me just round up in just 1 minute.
Quickly.
So what I'm trying to say is that these old people has failed us. How long will we continue to forgive them? We are not fighting them. We are not fighting them in the house because they are fathers. We are not fighting them. But what we want to say is that we want to separate our own conscience from their own failures.
Bless you.
That is what we are asking for. If you cannot speak the truth, keep quiet. Keep your mouth shut.
That's it.
That is what we are saying. And we are not asking for too much.
No.
So that is the final point. And I am telling somebody on the final note, what we are seeing in life, there is a global change of power in the world. There is a global change. The power is changing hand. It is written in the Bible that kings and kingdoms shall fade away, but my word will remain. It is only the word of God that will remain. Meaning that the only thing that is constant in life is changes.
It is.
So we are not surprised what is happening in Nigeria. We are giving it to them the way they want it. Because they want it, and we will give it to them. They will never know peace as far as they think we will not have peace.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I wish I have all the time. Usually, I always feel like I'm pushing people to say, please, go, and it doesn't feel good. But we'll do it anyway. Mama H.O. They have been.
Hey, the gate of heaven I don't enter today. Oh.
Who are you,
Do you
man?
know how many times I've been trying to call you?
Oh, you look at it. Instead of calling me, here we are. I am speaking.
It don't be like the miracle when God do the day when I catch Obi for a white show, boga.
You see, miracle no the tire Jesus. They talk up. So I'm happy to speak. I wish we have a lot of time. Ajia, you're going to be my last person that we're going to have.
I want to start by saying thank you.
Please, ma'am.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for standing for the truth.
Thank you,
in the midst of those who will always pervert truth for their belly. People like Reno Mockery, Oma Sheo, Anu Eshemi, and you born picking there. Reno. Now we have food there. Now you dey dance go. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. And listen, Nigeria elders, they say maybe they respect una as they tell us. But the same Bible, one that preached to us, it tell us one thing: do not provoke your children to anger. You people have provoked us to anger. That the Jews there. Adeboye. Is this what the owner of Redeem saw in you and he gave you Redeem?
Akundayo.
At one point, did you change to a God Christian? That the Adeboye are putting to you, that as at this time, you are a goatee Christian. Not me talk more. Jesus said, I will separate the sheep from the goat. The sheep hear my voice, but the goat, they cast out demons in my name. So that all of you are still performing miracle. You think you are doing it because you are still with him? No! Because he said, when God gave him the name after he resurrected, he said, anything you ask in this name, I will do. So because they are still answering your prayer does not mean you are a Christian. You are a God Christian. That is why the Bible says, on the last day, I will say to the God, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. He said, you will open your mouth and say, how can you call me workers of iniquity when I cast out demons in your name, when I heal the sick in your name? That is who you people are right now. Almost 99.9% of pastor, evangelist, bishop, GOs and mommy GOs of Nigeria, they are goatee Christian.
Louder.
So, when those of you want to talk, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. The people you are referring to, they are not the anointed of God. They are the goatee anointed, which they are living on their past glory. That is why they will look at children on the street and they will be building auditorium to pack many of you together just for the purpose of tithe and offering. They don't care where you get the offering from. That is why they have trained my children. They condition them. The women, they just condition you people to think the only way you can make money is to open your two legs. They don't let you know that your brain is the source of you to make money. No, they make my daughters to think that the only way to make money is to open their two legs. They turn them to Olosho. They turn them to hook up. What a shame. Daddy, those that come to sing to you in the altar, in the name of singing, they become Olosho during the day. They become a hook up people during the day just to give you people tithe and offering. What a shame. You turn my children to become kidnappers. You turn them to become Boko Haram. Now you have turned them to become Onogo men. What a shame. What a shame. You stole their destiny. You stole their destiny and you gave them your hardship. You gave them poverty. You gave them hopelessness that makes them, because they want to survive by all means. They have turned to kidnapper. They have turned to Yahoo boys and girls. They turned to Olosho. They turned to hookup. They turned to Fulani herdsmen. They turned to kidnapper. Now they have turned to Onogo men in your generation. What a shame.
Sure.
How dare you, Daddy Adeboye? Oshi. How dare you? You were there. MC Oluomo opened his mouth and threatened some specific tribe in Nigeria that they mustn't vote except they want to vote for only Alagbado, Toti Jagbado, that they might be Toti what? You threatened them. And you people did not say nothing. Even Oni of Ife, you said nothing. And one year policeman came out to say, he's just joking. In the next day, it happened. They said, Pikin cry in the night. Which confess in the day. Talo wa pomo. Talo pomo Daddy Adeboye. Ẹ̀yin olòṣì tí ò ní dáa fún yín. Lágbára Jésù, lágbára Elédùmarè. Lágbára Ọlọ́run tí ò jẹ́ kí ikú kú òjijì. Every innocent blood that has been spilled in the land of Nigeria as a result of this you people's behavior, I ask today, let them begin to ask for vengeance from you and all the Goti that the GO. Let their blood and their spirit, let it haunt you, that the Adeboye and all that the GO that are Goti. Let their blood haunt all of you and your generation. Day and night. You will
you will never disappoint.
And I am asking today, let the element of the universe that heaven has given to me as my weapons of war, I invoke the power of the sun. I invoke the power of the moon. I invoke the power of the night. I invoke the power of the day. I invoke the power of the sea. I invoke the power of this earth we all march upon. I invoke the power of the wind. I invoke the power of the air we breathe. And I invoke the power of the water we drink and we use to bath. I invoke it upon all of you. May they war against you day and night.
Amen to that. Mama Echo,
Except
you
you people
so
don't drink
much.
water.
I know.
Except you people don't drink water. Except you don't use water to take your bath. Except you don't preach this air. My baby, if I don't consult with that one barrier against me, what if I share the film? They put them in my hand. All power belongs to God. Yes. I don't say you people should not travel. I know you people know me very well. I know you be checking me out in the crystal ball, in the mirror. But let me tell you, let me introduce myself to you. I am an occultic lady. And the capor of my occult group is God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost. So before you kill me, you must kill my capor. I am a wind. Nobody catches the wind. You wicked daddy Joe. Konita funyi. Konita funyi. Where let me say. Lójú yín. Ẹ fẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ aláṣọ kó máa wà kísà. Ọmọ aláṣọ kì í wà kísà. Ọmọ aláṣọ kì í wà kísà sẹ́. Ọmọ aláṣọ dẹ̀ nílé wà kísà.
Can you hear me?
My father did not fight for me.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. See, Mama, I know that you have a lot to say, but we need to remember the time. And if we are not going to do that, I am so much out of time right now. So I'm going to go to Ajia. Mommy, so sorry that we just have to quickly do that. I think I'm going to host Mama Echo, especially one day. We can have all the time. So, Ajia, Adeleke.
Good evening, Mr. Mayego. I've been calling. I never get in. And I said today, I even jump up of my Zoom to come to you. If my ladies watch this video, they'll say, oh, so this is where you are going. Great. I don't even know where to start from. I don't know what to say, but I just want to say thank you so much. In fact, Princess, I'm coming to you. I'm saying this to you. I'm still going to come to you to work with you because I love what you are doing. My ego has really, I started joining my ego during the pandemic because I'm not a social media person. I don't like coming here. Because I have people taking care of it for me. So I'm like, during the COVID, I was bored in this house. Then I start seeing this from Facebook. Yeah. I was fans of I want Yoruba Nation. Because I love my culture. And we are those generation that we've been given. When you talk like this, my kids are here, they will laugh because when you bring all the word, by the time you get to the bottom, I said it, I say, You people are so like you as our and we kind of like enjoying those lecture, those opportunity. And the mother that speak class, oh my God, what a war.
He
I
has
don't
so
know
much
what to
energy.
say.
I don't know how to
I'm
stop
telling you,
her.
she has
I mean,
this passion,
oh,
everything is so and but the she solo marry for people. Most of Kokolini. I was with a lady today and I was saying that she baba is so. And I'm like, Baba Itaba wonu church won emoye èèyàn tí wọ́n wà nínú church yẹn. Have they dreamed for these people? Have they think ibiṣẹ́ ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ lọ? Ibi ẹ wá ṣe sọjí gbogbo yẹn kọ́ ló kàn. Because I am a Muslim, but me, I was once going to Asalatu. I live in England there. But I just said to myself, I'm not going to do all those part of it because when my business starts taking me to some steps, I met a lot of people and I can see what people have become in this world, in this kind of, let's use a European word or
mhm.
a white supremacy word.
Western-
So and I realized that we don't have problem. Logun delay. We don't have all this kind of not that something cannot happen, but the real ogun delay tanini lack of the community engagement, commitment, and what is it? I mean, what is it in for these people? It be by people go if you have to do 5-9. So gbogbo
Mhm.
nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ láti ìjọ yìí summarizing ẹ̀ ni pé kò sí plan, kò sí legacy
No.
and kò lè sí because mo sọ̀rọ̀ kan fún ẹnìkan náà lẹ́ni mo ní kò lè sí mo ní during the Abacha time I work in airport and I can
Right.
tell you what I see. My uncle now, if he's watching this video, is in US. I remember he was working with Aerofreak, and I was saying then they just stopped. But a week that time, Abasha left. And before Abasha left, when they hijacked, do you know what happened? I know many of our, let's say, immigrations and the officers that they are there, they are top Yorubas. They first take them away.
Hmm.
And they start putting all this. I know them. I don't want to be, I can tell you.
Sorry, bringing the Northerners. That's the normal thing now. Once somebody will come from
They
your
manipulate
just
the whole thing. They take Yoruba ni whatsoever ni. They take those people that are managing that place.
Mhm.
These are whatever they call it, man that owns that virgin. I remember
Right.
we sit down when he want to bring that company. We sit down together in Muritala on the floor. He bring that business. That's what we are looking for. Look at those children. Maegun, you talk and talk and talk. That's why I say I love the way Princess started, and that is the people we need. We need more of people like Princess to be going to the bottom, not to
Meet
those
them.
top.
Mm.
Isalenye go on the bottom because they need to go there. That's where. Look, I want to use this opportunity to say to people, I'm not condemning anybody. But
Mhm.
I want our Yoruba people to stop this lavish life that we don't think what to do. We go to party, we do. I have a company, they reward me every year. It make my head to go out there more to do more job because I get
Exactly.
reward. So what are
Mhm.
we getting when we kind of like lavishly and then Mayegun Teban she program, please.
Yes.
Ṣé rántí pé ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin lẹ ń ba ayé jẹ́ jù? Ẹ má get me wrong o. Ẹ̀yin ni
Um,
foundation of I can, okay, who are those people we are talking about there? Father, 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 father. I said something to my children. I said, look, you see your father, you can look your father. He's going to
yes.
go. I'm going to go.
Mm.
You going to leave legacy. So what are you leaving? Don't
Hmm.
copy us. Learn from what we are trying to do. But don't
Yes.
copy us. If you can change the way and turn things around to be good, do pass us.
That's
You
right.
see, and your
Yeah.
even it's common in the Europe we are staying. I remember then one máa lé àwọn obìnrin ẹ lọ kitchen, ẹ lọ ṣe gbá, ẹ lọ ṣe kinní kan. Gbogbo ìtọ́ tí wọ́n tọ́ wọn lọ́jọ́ yẹn, òun ló jẹ́ kó ya ọmọ àlè káàkiri. Ẹ má bínú, I'm so sorry o, I just have to speak the way I feel.
I
Because
understand.
òun ló jẹ́ kí a rí púpọ̀ And that's why, you see, they are so weak. They are weak. And from their weak, it come to affect many, many, many children today. And that's my pain. And that's why I respect Princess so much, because I like the way she went to pick from the bottom. Not just, I want to talk about Yoruba Nation. They come out. We are so happy. We see what they are doing. I was not even giving them money, but I was because me, I'm like, my character is like, when you come to know me, I want to know what is going to come out of it. So I was observed, and then I see that your own platform was completely unique. And it doesn't talk to one person. It talks to general, all the problems in that country. That's why I say, you remember during the Abacha, when Abacha came in, Abacha never know, nobody, even those, that is the time, I can tell you. They didn't tell me all this story. And that was the moment. I remember I went to Dubai. I went to Dubai. I came back. I said to myself, I'm not going to live in this country anymore. You can imagine how old I am then, in 90s.
Wow.
I see Dubai Road. The thing Dubai do for some years in 90s is what constructing their road. And I said, hey, why don't say to be on no terror by in my because I live in Ilupeju. When you talk about Ilupeju, I was Ilupeju, from Ilupeju to Mafoluku. Yeah. You know, I went there in 2021. I'm scared. Because yeah, I've been in abroad for 22 years, but still, things are really destroyed. And that is why I want us to please all the men, all the dad, all the father coming on this platform. I'm not insulting you. I am begging you. There is a lot in our hand that we can hand over before Mama Kosorolano, Mama Eni, Otito, Otibo. Yeah, she can say that. But me, I believe Pekobo.
Finally.
Because the only thing we need to do is to create foundation. And that's what you have been doing. And you and Princess Mayegun, thank you for that one. I really, really applaud you. So my feeling and church log. I was in my house here. I pray. I said it from my own generation, Timothy. I'm more than 40 now, but it doesn't matter. But the foundation, you can see the country we are. In Europe. Nígbà tí mo dé ìlú yìí kò sí Máyégún kò sí mo kàn wá wò pé èmi ọmọ líle ọlọ́nà kí ló ní ganan mo wá ń bíra mi mo wá ń rí gbogbo ẹ̀ mo wá rí pé oh my God àwa Ọlọ́run kẹwàá o ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ní ayọ̀ ọkọ̀ ká fi ṣe nǹkan tó dáa. We need more people to come out. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin father tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi tẹ́ tún máa gbọ́ mi, I'm begging you. Come and support this platform. Let's build up. We can build up. If we keep thinking somebody is coming and Kidika is coming, that is the logistic of coming. You can see the way they keep changing everything every single day. Today, they will bring story for you. And the people that are digging, they are still digging. Trust me. They are digging. The people that are packing, they are packing. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate. I think this is the best way to come and talk to you more now. So I got the
my evening, man. I have to
I'll be coming through this way.
You should.
Thanks to everybody.
Mama H as well. Two of you are the two two parliamentarians that I accepted, and I have no regret. I wish I actually took you in earlier enough. Me and Mama H would have been the one that would do the half of this program, but again, it's just the time. It's been a pleasure.
Because it's true. They speak from heart. I love that woman. I've heard her some platform. She speaks from the heart, and that is real.
I can't wait to have her properly on this program. I'm going to actually extend something to her that indeed I can have a longer time with her where she can have that kind of passion and pass it on. Ajia, thank you so much for your time. Okay.
Thank you too. Thank you. My regards to the family.
So I know a lot of people want to speak. I have other people behind the scene right now. They have been waiting there for like an hour. Some have been there for over half an hour. But it's just that remember, I'm doing this inside my room, and if I don't end this, Agbeke won't go to bed. See, my bed is over there. She won't go to bed, and we should be considerate. You know that, all of you. You do. I will see you some other time. Thank you so much, every one of you who participated in tonight. People's Parliament is always like this. It's always overshooting the time. However, I enjoyed every bit of it. I hope you did. Now, like that broadcast, share it if you haven't, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, or watch this from the beginning again if you join us midway. I will see you some other time. Until then, stay safe and good night to all of you.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayebi number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.